And hello everybody, and welcome to part 9 of the PDC World Championship preview video series. So in the last part, we did the round of 16, so now we got to take on the quarterfinals. So we've got 8 awesome quarterfinalists: Gerwin Price, Peter Wright, Mincer Sulovich, Rob Cross, Dave Chisnell, Gary Anderson, Simon Whitlock, and Michael Van Gerwen. Everyone here is obviously very well accomplished and deserving of their spot here, so we'll see which 4 will be moving on to the semis, and then which 2 will make the finals. And of course, there will be only one winner. So let's get right to the board. We got Gerwin Price against Snakebite Peter Wright. Well, Gerwin Price has been playing out of his mind during this entire simulation. Then again, so has Peter Wright. He's been very solid. So you got 2 guys playing really well. Who do you pick? Well, that's always tough. When you got 2 players playing well, you should probably go with the one you think is a little better. Well, I think Snakebite's probably a little better. I think he's a little more versatile. He can do more stuff on the board than Gerwin Price. If Gerwin Price isn't hitting tops, he's in a lot of trouble because he doesn't really have anything to fall back on. Whereas Peter Wright, he's got more doubles he can hit, the 16s, the 8s. He can go to 20s, 18s. He can hit stuff all over the board. So I think it gives him a slight edge. I think it'll be a good game. I think it's probably 5-3 to Snakebite, maybe 5-4. Should be close. So let's get them out there and see how they do. And here we go. And the winner is Peter Wright in a whitewash 5-0. Well, that was a stomping. He won 15 out of 21 legs and averaged 102.7. Now, that is the Peter Wright that we know we are capable of seeing in a major event. Gerwin Price, you played well, buddy, but your opponent was on fire. Not much you can do about that. You had a great year and better luck next year, but it's Peter Wright who will be moving on to the semi-finals. So let me go ahead and get this in the machine. All right, so next we have Mincer Sulovich, Rob Cross. Well, now here's an interesting matchup, 2 of the slower players in darts. This is a tough one to call. Cross is more accomplished. He is the world champion. Mincer, of course, has had a much better year, in my opinion. He's made the finals of the match play. He's won a Euro Tour event. He's won a World Series event. He's also won the finals for the match play. And I think he's been playing good darts all year. Cross has been pretty erratic and is not playing his best as of late. I'm picking Mincer, and here's why I'm picking Mincer. Mincer's go-to double we all know is double 14, and he's hitting it like always. He's being a typical Mincer. Rob Cross's go-to double 18 he's not been hitting lately, and he has been brutal on tops. And that could just kill him in a long format against a good player who will punish him if he is making mistakes. So I think Cross will make mistakes. I think Mincer will punish those mistakes. And I think Mincer is going on to the semifinals. So I think it's a score of 5-4. I think this will be a very close match. And the winner is Mincer Sulovich, 5-3. He pulls the upset. But look at that finishing, 19 for 33, 4-ton plus checkouts. That is some world-class finishing right there. They were dead even on legs, 15-15 or 19-19. But it is Mincer. Look at that finishing on double 14. See, I told you he's going to find that double 14. He look at that. How many people in the world other than Mincer Sulovich are going to throw it triple 16 from 76? Nobody is, but he did. And he knocked out the world champ with that. And look what else I said. On the turn before that, Rob Cross missed a dart at tops. So my preview is spot on. Cross struggles at tops. Mincer nails double 14. Mincer's going on. Rob Cross, well, you're still the world champion for another, day and a half or so. So let's get this in there. 98.87 for Mincer. 5-3. And Rob Cross is out. All right, and on the other side, we've got Dave Chisnell against the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson. Now, many would expect this to be extremely lopsided, and I would be in that camp. I don't think Chizzy can hang with Gary. I think score and wise, they're equally on point, except Gary is a much better finisher, and he's much less prone to go on these ridiculous runs where he's up there throwing 45s and 26s. Gary, a bad turn is 60. Chizzy, a bad turn is 26 or worse. So I think Gary's consistency and the fact that he rarely has just a disastrous turn is what's going to put him ahead here. I think he wins 5-2. I think Chizzy will find a couple of legs. He'll find some scoring runs where he's hitting some 180s, gets a couple sets, but I think Gary's just going to be too much. So let's go ahead and get it in there. And the winner is Gary Anderson, 5-2. And holy cow, what a couple of averages that was. A 108 average from Gary and a 101 from Chizzy. Now that is some first-class darts right there. Wow. Well, I was correct. Chizzy could not hang with Gary, but it wasn't because of what Chizzy was doing. What can you do when your opponent goes out there hitting over half his doubles and averaging 108? You can't do a damn thing. I mean, maybe if you're MVG, you could handle that, but who else on the planet could even come close to hanging with that? I would say nobody. So, Gary Anderson, you just powered your way into the semifinals. Well done. I even had the score right. Sweet! My predictions are awesome in this set. Because, I'm so good at predicting, as I've shown you throughout all these videos, at times. Alright, so Gary Anderson is moving on. And now for the final quarterfinal match is Simon Whitlock against the world number 1, Michael Van Gerwen. Will this be a contest? No, I can't say that it is. Simon Whitlock is not the kind of player who is built to beat MVG. If you want to be able to beat MVG, you need two things. You need power scoring, and you need timing. Simon Whitlock is very consistent. He very rarely has a bad game. He also very rarely has a great game. But to beat MVG, you need a great game. Just moseying along, averaging 94, 95, like a typical Simon Whitlock, that's not going to get it done against MVG. That'll get it done against a lot of people, which is why he's very successful and ranked number 8. But that's not going to do it against MVG. MVG is not going to give him enough chances to be successful in this match. And Simon Whitlock doesn't have the scoring power to go create them himself. Someone like a Gerwin Price, that's the type of guy who could beat MVG, even though you wouldn't think that. But he's got that streaky scoring in him that can get on that roll and can withstand an MVG onslaught, which you know you're going to get. Whitlock, when that onslaught comes, he's getting buried. And I think he gets buried in this. I think it's 5-1. MVG is going to outscore him by at least 10 points on the average. So, let's see what we can do. And the winner is Mighty Mike. And now look at this. This kind of illustrates my point. Simon Whitlock averaged almost 99, fired out 9 180s in 29 legs, and played and put 44% of his doubles in. and he wasn't even close. He lost 18-11 in legs, and he lost 5-2 in sets. And MVG didn't even play great. 101 is just an average game. 18 for 44 on doubles, average. So MVG played an average game. Simon Whitlock realistically played about as well as he's ever going to play, and it wasn't close. Which was exactly the source of all the comments I made before, is Simon Whitlock just doesn't have those monster games in him. And that's why he will be going home in the quarterfinals. Although I'm sure he'd be happy with that if I told him, hey, Simon, you'll make the quarterfinals, average 99, and lose to MVG. I'm sure he'd be quite happy. So still a nice run for him. But it is Mighty Mike that will be taking on Gary Anderson. Well, look at this beautiful semifinals we're going to have for you in the next video. That is some pretty nice darts. Peter Wright against Mincer Suljovic, and everybody's dream matchup. I wish it was the finals. Gary Anderson, Michael Van Gerwen. You will never see a better game of darts than those two. They will bring it. They are fast. They are all over each other, pounding that treble. That is going to be one hell of a match. I can't wait, and I'm sure you all can't either. So be sure to drop us a like and a subscribe, especially if you enjoyed this video, because I am looking forward to bringing some more awesome content like this. So be sure to tune in for the next video, because it will be those two matches, and we will see who's going to the final. We'll see who's the world champion, and oh, I can't wait. It's going to be fun. So until next time, guys, see ya.